Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today we're going to make some deep fried sushi balls. This is going to be kind of a take on an Italian dish called Arancini, which is basically just fried rice balls, and they serve it with like a marinara sauce. So I'm going to make it a little bit of an Asian style, put some Asian spices in the rice, and then we're going to stuff the balls with some tuna and some wasabi paste to give it kind of a Asian flair and kind of a fried sushi. So then we'll also do some of the Italian style. We'll do basically the same mixture, but inside we're going to stuff it with some mozzarella cheese and some pesto. And then we'll have 4 different dipping sauces we can use on this. And just wanted to also let you know, you can make these in advance for like a party. This recipe I'm giving you made, I think, 6 large balls and 2 small ones. If you make them a little bit smaller, you double the recipe, that'd be enough probably for a good sized party. And also you can make them advanced. They do real well. Make them, freeze them, and then bring them out the next day and heat them at like 425 for 20-25 minutes, and they're still really nice and crispy and crunchy. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is to cook some sushi rice, and I definitely would recommend getting sushi rice, because when you cook sushi rice it's going to be very sticky, and that's what we want to do to make sure those balls stick together. If you use regular rice, it'll be too fluffy and they won't stick together. So we'll get this going. It's very easy. I got 1 cup of sushi rice. I'm going to put it in my rice cooker, and I'm going to rinse this off until we get some clear water. Okay, so I rinsed it 2 or 3 times just to get that coating off, and until you have some clear water running from that. And I've got 1 1/4 cups of water. So we're just going to put this in our rice steamer, and when it's through cooking, we're going to let it cool off. So this is something you could make like the night before just to have it ready. So I'm going to let it cool off, you know, where it's not too hot to touch. So I'm going to let it cool off for maybe a couple hours. We have our rice cooled down, and what I'm doing, I took about 2 cups of the cooked rice, and there's maybe a cup I think left over. I'll have that later on. But so we'll start with just the 2 cups of cooked sushi rice. I'm going to add to that 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, and then 1 finely chopped green onion. In another small bowl, I've got 1 egg. To the egg, I'm going to add 1 1/2 teaspoons of sesame oil. And I'm just going to beat this egg with a fork till we get it scrambled really good. Okay, we'll pour the egg into the rice. So I'm just going to mix this up really good with my hands. And oh, to let you know, I've got my Fry Daddy here preheating for deep frying. So to our rice mixture, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of rice vinegar. Also to the rice mixture, I'm going to add 4 1/2 teaspoons of this rice seasoning, and it's a Japanese seasoning called furikake. And you can find it on the international aisle, usually right close where the wasabi is and some of the Asian sauces. Let's see if I can read the ingredients. There's sesame seed, sugar, seaweed, salt, cornstarch, and a bunch of other stuff. This will give it like a umami seasoning. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt. Now we'll mix these seasonings here together. I may end up here adding some more rice because this is pretty loose. Yeah, I want to add maybe another cup of the sushi rice. I actually think it would help this rice if you actually put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours. It would be, I think, a lot more thicker or more sticky. All right, my oil's preheated and I think we're ready to go here. I've got a nice big bowl of panko crumbs. I like panko crumbs because it really makes it nice and crispy. What I've done here, I've just taken a nice piece of ahi tuna and I've cut it into little cubes. And I've got some wasabi paste. So I'm going to take a nice little layer of rice. I'm going to kind of flatten it in my hand. Take a piece of the tuna. I'm going to put a little squirt of the wasabi. To your liking. Now I'm going to put some more rice on top and try to form this into a bowl. You may need to wet your hands a little bit so the rice doesn't stick. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay, I'm going to roll it in the panko crumbs. We'll pick it up, put it in our deep fryer. Just until it, turns a nice brown. Okay. I don't know if you can see that good. It looks nice and brown and crispy. That's a pretty good sized little meatball there. Maybe 2.5 inches across. All right, so I'm gonna do my first row here. And I've got it sitting on a paper towel on the wire rack. I'll do my first row with the tuna, and then the second row I'll do more of an Italian style. I have some small pieces of string cheese. I'll put that in the middle, and maybe some pesto. So we'll have two different kinds. So now I'm going to try the Italian ones as soon as this last tuna one's finished. And mine are pretty big. You can make them smaller if you want to. If I wasn't stuffing them with anything, I would definitely make them smaller. But I wanted to get a nice piece of cheese in the middle or a nice big chunk of tuna. All right, let's start with do one of the Italian ones. Oh yes, this rice definitely works a lot better if you wet your hands. Huge difference. It won't stick to your hands. All right, let's put in a piece of the cheese, maybe 2 pieces. And I'll try some of this pesto. It's a little bit runny. We can always use it as a dip afterwards. And I'm thinking all kind of things I could do with this. I could put in like a 1/4 of a jalapeno stuffed with cream cheese, make it more of a Tex-Mex style. Maybe I'll do a couple of smaller ones too with nothing in it, just to kind of give you an idea if you wanted smaller you know, if you're having a big party, you'd probably want to double this recipe and maybe make them smaller. Catherine will try it first. This side is Asian. There's a piece of tuna and some wasabi in the middle.
Got a small one.
These are just plain, nothing in the middle at all. And then over here is Italian. That's got a little bit of...
Can I try half?
you can try cutting in half. Why don't you just dip it, take a bite, and then dip it and take a bite.
Oh, okay.
And this is the Italian. It's got a little bit of cheese in the middle and a little bit of pesto in the middle.
Okay.
So here you just pick them up, dip it. This is wasabi mayonnaise. This is a ponzu sauce.
Oh. Try this one.
Yeah, it should be a little spicy, hopefully.
Spicy? Good.
They're good? Now try this. This is just ponzu sauce. If you want, leave it and I'll finish that, and then we can have a little bit of both kinds.
Oh, like this.
I figured you would. Now try one of these and dip it in that and that.
Okay.
You like the pesto, I know. She must like it. She went for 2 times. Then this is just the marinara sauce.
This is tuna.
No, this other one was.
Oh, this one. I didn't think but I like this.
Okay. All right, let me try. All right, let me try. I know I'm gonna like the wasabi mayo. Yeah, here's the tuna. It actually cooked, but it's still really good. I like it. It does kind of taste like a sushi roll, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those panko crumbs really nice and crunchy. There's the cheese. And the pesto. Yeah, these would be really good for parties. Yeah, really good. Ooh, bless you, mouse. Our cat has a cold, allergies. So, yeah, this was really good. I'm sure you can freeze these and then bring them out, put them in the oven at like 400, a pretty high temperature, keep them crisp. But yeah, really good. I like these. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.